allergies, folliculitis, and dry skin. Laundry soaps that we use to wash our clothes and our fabrics, our local fabrics, tend to make our hands corrosive. These have been proven in many ways. These chemicals also are not environmental friendly because they cause harm to our environment and aquatic life. Hence, there has been and there is still an unending increase in the demand for fresh, organic, and chemical-free soaps and cosmetics that will not soften our fabrics, that will make our bodies to retain their skin content and be stable, give us the natural beauty God has given us. To this effect, we decided to bring about two new products: laundry soap and the toilet soap. These are all local soaps. It is also called a black soap, but they are made locally.
My name is Wilson Olaniyon, and I'm a member of the management team of BHA Agro Allied Company Limited. BHA actually stands for the name of the company, which is a company that came about as a result of a platoon in the Heir Apparent program of 2010. It actually stands for B platoon of the Heir Apparent 2010, and I'm head of sales. I'm here to talk about the place. Now, you can go to the next slide. Thank you. We're starting with the location of the industry, and we're looking at a place where we have ready source of raw materials. We're looking at a place where we can have less money for transportation cost of raw materials. We're looking at a place where we can have good road network. We're looking at a place where politics will not play a negative impact on the production of this company. We're looking at a place where we would have friendly and hardworking people that will form our workforce. Now, I'm going to talk about our target market. This is basically what sales department is going to be anchoring. We're looking at how to sell our products. Now, we are focusing on young people who intend to keep their skins neat, old people who intend to grow old without having skin blemishes. We're looking at schools, people who are trying to pass across the message of cleanliness onto their students. We're looking at hotels. This will form part of our market.
Why should a student prefer your soap to Lux?
Thank you very much, sir. Basically, like we said, as it was rightly observed by the head of research, that most of the other soaps that we have in the market, which are our major competitors, our major competitions rather, most of them have kind of chemical content in them, which might not really be too good for our health, which may not really be too good when they penetrate into our skin. And we looked at the fact that it is very, very important that we promote something that speaks of the heritage of Africa, something that speaks volumes of the agrarian empathy of Nigeria, and something that is even from a natural source. So that actually informed our decision to go into black soap production from the palm bunch ash.
The next gentleman.
Good evening, esteemed judges. My name is Oyelayo Eitayo, and I'm a member of the B platform.
Okay, Eitayo.
Yes.
Your projected capital is 15 million, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Do you think with 15 million you would be able to produce soap at a price that would compete with makers of, say, Lux?
Yes, basically the reason why we'll be able to make soaps that will be able to compete with those other products is that these are products we get them from. Yes, I got this question, sir. Said with our 15 million naira that we have to work with, we'll be able to make soap that will be competitive in the market. And for that, our raw materials, they are very, very cheap. There are things that people do away with. There are things that the farmers throw away. So that's one of the reasons why we'll be able to make cheaper soap. And another thing is, we are working with we are working with natural products which are very very cheap compared to chemicals which are most times imported. And when you look at the cost of importation levies, you see that the prices will increase. So we are working with products that we can get locally, and these products they are products that they are not used for other things. So we're able to get cheap raw materials. That's what we are working on majorly, cheap raw materials.
My name is David Dennis Chinda. I'm the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Colossus Nigeria Limited. I have my production, my marketing, my finance, and my sales managers. Colossus Nigeria Limited. It is a food technology company. Our primary food stock is edible maggots, which is found from decaying trunks of palm oil trees. Now, for us to get this, we have to wait 50 years for a palm oil tree to get old and for the trunks to start getting rotten, which to us is not such a viable option. So we went ahead, we took the initiative and decided to culture these edible maggots in our laboratories. We provide the stable environment that is found in the trunks of these trees, where the decomposition happens and these maggots happen to survive. So we do it in our laboratories, thereby we have a steady supply of these raw materials. After the processing of these edible maggots, we decided to call our final product Magnosh. Magnosh is derived from the edible maggots, which is mag, and then the nosh. Nosh actually means food. The edible maggots, we found out, they have a lot of antibacterial efficacy, which reduces the risk of cancer, which is getting more prevalent nowadays in Nigeria. It also helps in protein and vitamin supply. There is a demand for food that reduces cancer risk and still provide this protein and vitamin content that we need in our daily food. Next slide. Our vision as a company is for us to have a future where Magnosh, that's our product, is the #1 brand name in edibles. And our mission is to provide hygienic, nutritious, and still delicious edibles in unique packages. The phase 1 of our distribution covers the South-South and the Southwest, as I earlier said, but then we are not going to stop there. We've been asked to think outside the box. So we are going to take a bold step. We are going to introduce this product in northern Nigeria.
After extensive research, we were able to see the food constituents or the nutrients that is present in edible maggots. It has been proved that crude protein occupies 59 to 65% of the edible maggots. Also, the oils 10 to 14%, and in China, it's being harnessed for medicinal value, medicinal opportunities. Then for the vitamins, 8 to 10%, and that 8 to 10% also has antibacterial abilities, which my MD earlier mentioned that edible maggots has the potential of reducing the risk of cancer. And the first one is the Magnosh in soy sauce. That is the Magnosh, which we have grilled, immersed in soy sauce and canned in a very safe method, which can last like 2 years in the market. And as you can see this burger, it is the Magnosh that is in between there. We also have the other Magnosh on the go, which is also immersed in oil, so that those who don't favor the soy sauce can also have the other option to consume our product. This is the other category we have. This is the Magnosh in sachet. We have the crispy Magnosh that is dried in our oven, properly dried in our oven and made in form of chips that will come in sachets that you can give children to school. Then our mega product also is the Magnosh Choco. That is, it's also almost the same as the crispy, but the Magnosh Choco is coated with chocolate. It's for children that really love taking chocolate, and we believe that every mother should be able to put one in the school bag of a child when they are going to school any day. We also have the Magnosh spices. At least the moms who can also have something to enjoy. These Magnosh spices, we have the 3 varieties. That is the Magnosh pepper soup, the Magnosh stew, and the Magnus Jollof. These are just seasons that you can put into your food, just to give you the taste and also to add the health value of the protein, of the oils, and also of the vitamins, which can also help to reduce the risk of cancer.
When Colossus Nigeria Limited arrives at its goal, at its aim for existence, when you have been accepted in the market, your Magnus is accepted, and you are paying your owners as people who contributed money to the formation of your company. That's when you are paying dividends and everything is okay. Where do you intend to go from there?
Well, after our success in the South-South and the Southwestern, we intend to move our base to the southern part of the country and later on to outside the country. Because if you go to China, they have a kind of cockroach coated with chocolate. So we tend to take it there to serve as an alternative competition, as alternative choice over there after our success in the country. That's what we tend to do in closer, sir. Thank you, sir.
FOB. Yes, sir. Your finance manager didn't really give us an average of what your takeoff capital is. I'm sure you know that. But assuming after your first projections, after the first years, you've made your projections that you start making profit. You see, by the third year, you said, what if that doesn't happen? What if after the third year you still have debts to grapple with and you may not have reached your goals? What will you do next?
Okay, in case of not meeting our target as we projected, we have a backup plan, a kind of being more aggressive in our marketing, and then providing more varieties in our products, and also expanding our market, bringing up the issue of going to the north closer, and then sending it to other parts of the country, and then bringing in the exportation of our products to countries which are going to demand for our products, countries like China and Honduras in South America, even Brazil, and some other countries there. That's how we do to be able to have a backup plan for it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hebzibah Jennifer Imodu, the Chief Executive Officer of Dynamics Limited. Dynamics is a dynamic mix of young people who are creative, passionate, who are mentally and physically strong, and have a die-hard nature for change and productivity. Dynamics, the mission of Dynamics is turning the intellect within and around us into superior ideas that will have value and impact. Our vision is a world where every individual sees himself and herself as integral to the growth and development of his society and strives to achieve that. Our values, from our color, orange, our values, you know that we are creative. So one of our values is creativity, passion, teamwork, deep knowledge, and insight. The business overview. Our aim is to process and market palm kernel oil and its derivatives as both an intermediate product and as a final product.
My name is Anthony Tochukwu Omujare. I am a member of the Dynamics company. I am ably assisted by Oswago Mary Claire. Our product actually is palm kernel oil. And palm kernel oil is an edible oil derived from the palm nut after the processing of palm nuts. Now, palm kernel oil best species is Picera. And Picera has an advantage over other species